it's not fair. It's not right what she did and what happened for so many people to get affected from this. It's insane.
So JD scored a monster win on day 2 in the form of Isaac Baruch. I mean, this guy, he owned day 2. He went out there, again, he gave JD a big win, but also he schooled that certain Aquaman Starlets team. They opened up the door for him to testify. They didn't ask him open-ended questions, and he obliterated them. I'm going to show you the clip of that in just a moment. Plus, I'm going to talk about some of the things that he opened up for other days. I mean, this was a big day. This totally belonged to JD. Fun times, huh? Fun times indeed. So, hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. Quickly, before we get started, check out and back our project. It is crowdfunding on Indiegogo. Link is in the description. The companies that allowed this stuff to happen, the ones that denigrate consumers, yeah, you need to walk away from them. When you're walking, walk towards something. Send a message. Check out our project. Thank you. So the first thing that I want to play will stick with the jury. I mean, this won the day. This guy, too, he has known JD for 30-plus years, but when he was describing that certain Aquaman starlet and friends, he was nice to them, too. The defense did not try to take him to task that either. So when you listen to that, remember all of that background.
And I think you testified already, you're pretty angry with Ms. Heard, right?
No.
When?
I wrote it down that you
about the phony pictures that were taken and put in tabloids.
Oh shit.
Oh, bam.
And about and the way
she messed up big there.
Got a fraudulent DV claim to extort and blackmail. He kind of got me
pretty
frustrated, confused, angry, upset. Yes, which is why I said,
she messed up.
Not to talk to each other.
Okay.
Yes.
Was it fair to say?
Okay.
With her?
Oh, you know something? It's 6 years.
But we just heard you give your version.
Am I angry anymore? I'm not, what I am is tired. And I want this all to end. Her to go heal, him to go heal. So, so many people have been affected by this malicious lie that she started and she created, and it's gone out the door and around the world. And so I can't even paint anymore. I've stopped painting for the last who knows how many years, and that's affected by stuff. I'm not angry at anybody. I want the best for her to take her responsibility, heal, and move on. And for John, his family has been completely wrecked by all of this stuff, and it's not fair. It's not right what she did and what happened for so many people to get affected from this. It's insane.
And Mr. Baruch,
how this happened.
Now, this isn't the only time that he ends up owning that certain Aquaman Starlets team. And the funny thing about this is it doesn't come off as malicious or snide. He seems like somebody that would be fun to hang out with. I mean, listen to this. You have that certain Aquaman Starlets team asking him again and again about makeup and her skills. And, well, this comes up. Just listen. It really pays off.
Do you know whether she had applied any foundation that morning?
No.
Do you know whether she had applied any tint that morning?
No.
Do you know whether she had applied any powder that morning?
No.
Okay. Now, the next day...
I can tell you, she looked like she wasn't wearing any makeup.
Right. And would you agree that people who are models and actors can be pretty darn good with putting makeup on so that you can't tell they're wearing makeup?
Objection, Your Honor.
Actually, just let him answer
Foundation
no.
calls for speculation.
I think that's a fair question to ask him.
I'll sustain as a speculation.
All right.
Next question.
Do you have any knowledge of the skills of Amber Heard with respect to putting on makeup?
Well, it can't be that good because she's got a friend who is a makeup artist who came over to
That's awesome. I love it. Now, another thing that comes up in this is going to be a main defense strategy. That's going to say that JD has used so many substances that he's imagining things like a male voice on the other end of the line. And you can see this brought up with Isaac B., and you can hear him counter that as well. Listen to how he describes that certain Aquaman starlet when she deals with JD on the phone.
Let's go back to, you testified that you observed an argument between Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard. Do you recall that? You came into the room, Mr. Depp had Amber on speakerphone. Do you recall that?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Depp was drunk. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you recall that Amber was actually in London, not New York?
No.
You don't recall that?
No, I thought I thought it was she was in New York.
Okay. And you recall that Mr. Depp was accusing Amber of sleeping with somebody, right?
There was somebody else in the room with her, and that's what they were arguing about.
Are you sure that Mr. Depp wasn't thinking there was someone in the room and she was trying to tell him there wasn't somebody in the room?
He, say that again?
Are you sure he was saying someone was in the room and she was trying to convince him there wasn't anybody in the room?
Well, he said that he heard the other voice.
Okay. And did you hear the voice?
Oh, no. I walked in there already. This is already in motion.
Right. And Amber's saying, why are you saying that? Right?
Amber was saying, come on, baby. Why are you being like this? What are you doing? Come on, Johnny. There's no need. Why are you being like this?
Right.
And it was taunting.
How is it taunting? You say, why are you accusing me of having somebody in my room?
Dumb question.
Because they were in the midst of no solution. At that point, it would be if instead of taunting, saying, "Listen, John, let's talk tomorrow, and let's end this conversation right now, and we'll talk tomorrow, and we'll get to an understanding." Because there's not going to be any solution right now. But there was none of that. It was just continuous, oh, baby. So, and that kept it going.
If Mr. Depp, in his drunken state, was suffering from delusions and
objection calls for
you
speculation.
think it would have been reasonable for Amber to be saying, what's going on? Why are you saying this? What's going on?
Objection.
Your Honor. Speculation.
Thank you.
I'll allow the question. You can answer.
What?
How? If he had delusions?
Would I think it would be what?
If Mr. Depp was suffering from delusions and there wasn't anybody in the room and he hadn't heard a voice but thinks he's hearing a voice, would it be reasonable for Amber to be trying to figure out what's going on?
Objection, Your Honor. Hypothetical speculation.
I'll sustain as a speculation to that.
Yeah, the exact same question.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't
Fucking
know
judge realized she messed
what
that up.
he said first or whether there was any voices, correct?
Whether he heard voices?
Yes.
Besides hers?
Yes.
No, I didn't hear the beginning of the conversation.
Okay. And then after the hang up, he went straight to bed, right?
No, after the first hang up, she calls back again, which was it necessary? I don't know. And then a third time.
Do you know whether she knew whether he accidentally hung up or not?
That he accidentally hung up?
Right. Do you know whether she knew whether he hung up intentionally or
No,
accidentally?
it's the same way that I wouldn't know if, like, she didn't know that the telephone line got cut.
Now, there's one other thing that Isaac B. brought up, and it is going to lay the foundation for something big later, and it deals with these two pictures right here. See, the last incident that certain Aquaman starlet alleges, the May 21st, 2016 incident, they only have 7 pictures from it. They only have 2 outside where they were saying that JD, he had a magnum-sized bottle of wine. He was sloshing wine everywhere. And you notice the metadata stamp on this, 2104. That would be 9:04 at night. Now, the timestamp has never worked because of a few reasons. Number one, this guy right here, he left the building and he returns. He returns at 9:02:20 p.m. So this is less than 2 minutes before the pictures are taken. He's the one that says that he takes them. He walks in the lobby, he goes up the elevator, and instead of taking pictures right away, he goes and sees that certain Aquaman starlet. Well, right behind him at 9:04, you have a first set of police officers entering. Now, these police officers, they do not counter him taking pictures, so the timestamp, it couldn't work. The guy would have had to have been in the hall taking them right from go. He didn't do that. Again, the police, they didn't run into him there, so the timestamp makes no sense. Now, this is where Isaac Baruch comes in. He says he enters the building, 9:30, give or take 5 minutes, and he sees what you see right here. He sees wine pulled on the floor. He sees liquid running down the walls and thinks, man, somebody's tying one on tonight. Well, when you see the stains, like I said, he describes them as wet and running. You're talking about an incident that had happened over an hour ago. Plus, again, the timestamps, they have it at 9:04 p.m. Why? 20 plus minutes after that picture, would you still have pulling? Would you still have things running down the wall? That's the slowest moving liquid ever. Yep, that's a big win. So ending this, check out our book. It is still live on Indiegogo crowdfunding. Link is in the description. This is our way of countering industry nonsense. Companies backed this mess. They allowed it to happen. They've been running customers off. Well, that's fine. Leave them. Walk away, but walk towards something. And also, when you support stuff like this, it sends a message. This could have been yours, but you know what? It isn't. All of that, it goes somewhere else. Thank you for being here, too. Appreciate the heck out of you. And until next time, we will see you soon.